Hi, welcome back to another solo tutorial. In this video, you'll learn how to automatically track your miles, edit your miles, track your miles manually, and add expenses. As you can see, we're already in the expenses section of the Your Business page. Up top, you can see total expenses, you can see miles tracked. We're looking at this in a week view, but you can always change this below. You can also go back in time and look at previous weeks. So tracking your miles with Solo could not be easier. As long as you have your location permissions set to allow the Solo app to know where you are, you can update this in your phone settings. And you have accounts linked. As you can see, I have Uber linked here. Solo will automatically track your miles as long as it's on. So I'm heading out for a shift. I'll just bring up the Solo app, leave it on in the background while I work throughout the day, and Solo will just track my miles. They'll automatically be categorized. You have to give it a little bit of time. Should not take longer than 24 hours to be able to categorize them. So all my time will appear as personal, or it'll show as pending. As you can see, if we go to the most recent week, like it is right here up top, and then once Solo has time to be able to categorize that and sync that with your Uber activity, we will automatically categorize that from personal trip to a working trip. And you can always go back and edit this. So if there's a personal trip, you're like, actually, I was working, I was doing something work related, you can hit the three dots right there and you can tap edit, and then you can tap personal, and then it'll switch it to deductible miles. If you switch that toggle, you go back, you can see that that's since been updated. Another fun feature you might have noticed when we tap this, if you tap map, it'll actually show you a map of exactly where your trip took you. That's a fun one that not a lot of people know about. And I know, as I mentioned before, we're going to get into how to manually track your miles as well. You can do this by going to the settings menu. You can go to mileage tracker settings. Right now you can see that it's automated. So it says automated tracking below, but you can just tap this and switch it to manual. And then as you can see up top, there is a big banner up the top that says not tracking miles with an on switch. Turn it on, it'll start tracking your miles. This is great because if you want to track things that platforms you can't link to the Solo account, you can do that easily here. And even if you have opted in to manually track your miles, if you have platforms connected, we will still parse out your working activity, so you don't have to worry about switching everything from personal to deductible if you don't want to. The last thing I wanted to show you guys how to do is add expenses. So as you can see, I drive for Uber. Say I spent $30 on water bottles for my passengers that I keep in the car. You can go in here and update this. You can change the category to, say, other, and you can hit add, and then this will add this expense here. And these expenses that are work related are deductible. So if you go into your taxes section here, where the Solo app will estimate your taxes, it got it. You can read through that if you want. They're always available in the info cards if you want to read more about how we estimate your taxes. So we can go here and you can see your income, your expenses, your net income based off of that, federal and state taxes, and the amount of money you're making after tax. And it's really neat because you can also see how much you are going to owe when you go to do your taxes. I hope this video helped, and I hope that you're all on your way to becoming mileage and expense tracking pros. If you ever run into any issues, feel free to shoot us an email at info@worksolo.com, and we can work through or answer any questions that you might have about mileage or expense tracking.